touchback. Here's Burrow to throw right away. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
12.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And Chase will go in motion left. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Evades him at the 20. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now 2nd and 3. And Burrow going to change the play. Here's Brown on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mahomes. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Now Burrow on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Right back to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right, down inside the 40.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down at the 28. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And Chase will go in motion left. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.